Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Okay, hey, welcome to the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Yeah, the short intro that jumped on us there. Playoffs? Playoffs?
Playoffs.
Playoffs? Yeah, well, guess what? It's fantasy playoff time. Welcome to the end of the season, week 14 in the NFL. There's actually a bye. I know because on one of my teams, I've got like 4 players on a bye.
Yeah,
What the
week.
hell?
Yeah, it's a short week this week.
What in the hell?
Yeah. Last week of buys.
But hi everybody. Hi, I am. Well, of course, I'm Gonzo. I'm Big Daddy. I'm your host, and I'm fresh off of my 4th bout of COVID. That was a lot of fun. Let me tell you what. I tested negative 4 days ago. I'm okay. Matt's in no danger. I promise. And I'm feeling better every day. Today is probably the best I've felt since before Thanksgiving.
Well, when I felt you before, you felt fine.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Absolute nightmare. But before we get started on all the fun, all the playoff fun, I want to mention, as you can see, I am decked out in hurricane green and my hurricane cap. And I'm going to tell you at 12 o'clock today, there is going to be a miscarriage of justice.
Oh, the playoff berths were
and
announced.
That is going to illegitimize.
Well, BYU got crushed. So
I know.
I think Miami's got a shot.
But they're going to find some way to get Alabama in there, and then they're going to get crushed.
Can I tell you what's interesting?
Nobody wants to see the Hurricanes.
Every day for the last week on some channel, they've been replaying Catholics versus convicts.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to push the narrative out there, F Miami type of thing. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It was on last night. It was on the night before. It was a 30 for 30 a couple days ago.
I warned you last year. When it was obvious, blatant officiating going against the Hurricanes. Obvious, blatant officiating going against the Hurricanes. Nobody wants to see the Hurricanes back. Nobody in the NCAA, especially under their new CFB, their new system. Everything is sort of sanitary. Everything is sort of nice and everything. And they think that we're gonna come in and we're gonna be the Canes of old.
Speaking of old, do you think there's any bias because their quarterback is like a 12th-year senior? I mean, does that matter? Or,
What, just because he's 30?
I mean, does that matter at all, or what?
Yeah, no. Beck is a 1-year loner. I'm excited about next year's quarterbacks because they got a chance to sit and watch, and they're all blue chippers, and they knew that they were going to be sitting behind Beck for a year, so they're going to, and the Hurricanes are going to have their choice of 2 good young quarterbacks that are probably going to be around for 2 or 3 seasons. So
if the Dolphins decide to take Beck, it could be like 10.
No, don't even.
Tannehill 2.0.
That dude cannot throw over the middle of the field. He just cannot throw down the middle of the field. That's where all of his interceptions have come.
So run a bunch of go routes.
No, yeah, exactly. But if the Hurricane, nobody wants to see the Hurricanes in the playoffs. They are the most dangerous team in college football right now, and nobody wants to see them in. So
Most dangerous.
when the Hurricanes, yes, they are the most dangerous. They really are. When the Hurricanes don't make the playoffs, that's it.
I think Indiana.
Illegitimate championship. I would, if we see Georgia versus Miami in the final, then that's a legit champion. But nope.
You knew who won yesterday in an upset? Abilene Christian.
Abilene
Yes.
Christian.
Yes, those guys, special teams playing.
Oh yeah, and listen, everybody's howling about James Madison. Oh, they're so good.
Listen,
Stop.
they're named after a president.
And Manny Diaz, because he managed to beat a crippled Virginia team. Oh, wait, 5 losses, Diaz. Get out of here. Beat it. Get out of here.
I don't see blue that well, I was told.
Yeah.
And we were watching the Boise State game, And Dinah she's all about the colors.
Of course, and that blue field is
And she was
ridiculous.
like, how do they play on that blue field? My response was, what blue field?
What blue field?
And then I was like, I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, Boise State blue field. So I was like, okay,
You sure you don't want your microphone closer to your face?
Can you hear me?
I'm not seeing levels on you.
Oh, I need levels. Levels. Sorry about that.
Check.
My voice, I thought, was projecting.
You are a projector.
So she was like, blue field, how do they play on that? And I'm like, I don't know. They've been doing it for about 30 years. But Boise State, I think they won yesterday too.
Yeah, well, and there's a I want to say it's Eastern Kentucky or Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky, they have a red field. Red.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Hard to watch.
Those are my strong colors.
But enough college.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about professional football. We're here to talk about the NFL. We're here to talk about fantasy, wagering, DFS, which you're all over DFS. Oh my God! The lead up to the show, the pre-prep is there's a segment that he does where he just does nothing but agonize over his DFS picks
all week long.
All week. He starts off on Monday.
The pain is real. Yeah, literally. What I'll do is I'll come home Sunday night from work, 2, 3 in the morning. Before I'm going to sleep, I'm scrolling at the lineups, looking ahead for next week.
I'm a genius.
And I'll put in a preliminary lineup. I always do. I'm like, he looks great. Oh, he's in a good spot. And then as the week progresses, he gets taken out and put in, and then he gets taken out. By the end of the week, I got one guy in there that I liked originally, and then my lineup ends up not being what it should be. So I did the same thing this week. Why change? It's insanity. So I changed it another 67 times. But at least this latest change, I feel like I'm in the right spot.
Okay, well then let's start off with DFS since we're fresh and we're on the subject.
We're fresh.
What is it that you love?
Well, there are some key plays today. Obvious plays today, but you know what I feel about obvious? Everybody's chasing the obvious. If it was that easy, we'd all be rich.
I believe obvious is a captain. Captain Obvious.
Captain Obvious, yeah. The obvious ones, everybody's chasing the highest total. Buffalo, Cincinnati. Makes sense. Cincinnati's defense is terrible. Buffalo's defense is borderline terrible. And Joe and coming back, and everybody's, the team looks so much better. It's still the Bengals. Right? They're still a very inept overall team. Not a good product on the field besides Joe. Joe is the difference maker. So if you feel like chasing points in that game and they're saying there's going to be a ton of it, it's the obvious guys. It's Josh Allen. It's Chase Brown on the other side the last few weeks. He's picked it up. You still can't trust any of the Buffalo receivers. At least I don't think I can. I know Kincaid is hurt. He's not. Or is Kincaid back today?
I think he's playing today.
He is playing today. So Kincaid is back. But Shakir's inconsistent. If you look at his stat lines week to week, it's 5 for 80 and a touchdown. And
preseason, all the experts are all like, he's going to have a breakout season. Yeah. He's going to kill it.
Keon Coleman has been struggling.
It's because they're Buffalo Bills.
James Cook seems to be
he's had a disappointing season. Everybody was expecting him to go, 1,614 touchdowns. And
I don't think disappointing, but maybe a little bit lower than, where he was taken in drafts. But from an NFL perspective, he's still probably their best piece, I think. So they should use him today. On the other side, it's the obvious. It's Burrow, it's Chase, it's Higgins. So again, if you're going to go chase those points, that's the game to do it. I'm going in a different direction because those guys are going to be highly owned. And what happens is when everybody follows a particular direction, it forces them because they're paying up for these guys. They're expensive today. Josh Allen is $7,800. Chase is over $8K. They even raised Brown up a little bit. So if you're following that path, you're going to have to get salary relief somewhere else, which means now everybody's taking from that next level of players. Get out of that. And this week I did. So when we get into my little top 5 predictions for the week,
go get the bargain guys.
I have a prediction that's going to parlay into why I chose him as my DFS quarterback. So let's go. One of my predictions this week, I went back and I looked this week, and for this year totally, we talked about this pre-show. There's 4 quarterbacks on the list that have thrown for 400 total yards.
Only 4.
4 this year. It's an embarrassing list. The quarterbacks go as follow: Joe Flacco, Jacoby Brissett, Russell Wilson, and Bryce Young. Those are the 4 guys that have 400-plus yards this year, okay? Now, individual accomplishments, amazing. None of those guys go into the Hall. So it's anomalies in football. They happen. This week, I got 2 quarterbacks. One of these 2 guys are getting on that list, and they're not anomalies. They're top-flight quarterbacks. Burrow, that we just talked about, because of the game script and having to chase and score, and the defense is terrible. But here's my guy this week. I love Jordan Love. Everybody is on the Bears in that win streak. Okay, everybody is chasing how good Ben Johnson's been. Took his shirt off in the locker room. Oh, we're all excited. Everybody's on the Bears. Okay, here's my take on this. Green Bay is the best team in the NFC if you're, outside of the Rams, in my opinion.
Right.
Talented-wise, roster-wise. Through the year, every team struggles. Not struggles, but every team shows weaknesses. And every team has weaknesses. In Green Bay, for a period, their defense was lights out. They were struggling on the offensive side.
Now they can't stop the run.
Josh Jacobs wasn't, he was battling some injuries, and so they couldn't get a running game going. They're getting all their pieces back now at the right time. Okay, Wicks had a big game last week. He's back in the mix. Watson's been healthy. Dobbs, I think, is playing today. So it's starting, and last week they looked really good. The last couple of weeks they've looked really good. Jordan Love, to me, people, again, they're on the fence with this kid. And, my biggest take coming out was, where was he for the first 3 years? There was no tape on him. There was question marks and doubts. He got out of the gate, finally got on the field, looked really good, and then struggled a little bit, and we still had these questions. But I think you're seeing less and less struggles with him and more consistency. And as the team gets better around him, I think he goes with it. And I'm on Green Bay. That line is 6.5. It's a big line.
We'll get to the picks part of it. Maximum effort.
Yeah, I'm just paralleling all. Vegas is telling you the line is 6.5. Now, to me, on paper, you look at these two teams, divisional game, the Bears on a hot streak. Green Bay again. They don't blow the doors off on offense. They play sound offense. They don't turn the ball over.
Justify your DFS.
6.5. I'm saying the line is 6.5. It's too much. So positive game script. Zig when they're zagging. Give me some Jordan Love today. I think he gets on that list of over 400 yards passing today. All over the field. Give me Wicks, give me Dobbs, give me Watson. Throw a couple to whoever, I don't care, the tight end. So
Watson's going to have a big day.
So that's one of my predictions this week, is that we have another 400-yard passer today. And if you want to put Jordan Love in your DK lineup and get about $1,000, $1,200 relief from Josh Allen, so that you're in that different tier than everybody else is chasing, give me some Jordan Love today in DFS. I love him.
Differentiation is sometimes the difference between winning and losing a tournament.
Yeah, well, that's GPP. GPP is, again, if you're not putting in 50 lineups and trying to compete in that way, then you can have every quarterback on the board. But when you got to separate yourself, go in a different direction, Green Bay's healthy. They're as healthy as they've been on offense all year. And, again, everybody's up the Bears' ass, and I'm not. 6.5, that doesn't seem like Vegas is up the Bears' ass. So, stay away from the public perception here in this spot.
Well, hi, I'm Gonzo Q Public, and I will tell you that you cannot get enough of either Bears running backs. Okay, that Packers defense wasn't able to stop the run with their starting defensive tackles. Now they're working on defensive tackle number 3 or number 4. Okay, guys are out, and as we all know, Micah Parsons can't stop the run. He runs right up the field. All you got to do is run at him. So give me both of those backs. Give me the kid Burden, the wide receiver Burden. You could probably get him cheap.
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
It's like $3,900.
He's going to have a huge day.
He hasn't had over 10 fantasy points this year, and I actually picked
it's
him
time
up.
for a breakout.
He's going to be involved. He's a slot guy. But again,
DJ Moore?
If you're saying the run game is going to be the key for the Bears, and I think that will be the case too. But again, they got to play these games, and it's easy to follow a narrative like the Bears run well, Green Bay doesn't stop the run, therefore A plus B equals C. 15 degrees. I'm going to bring up the D's and the E's now. 15 degrees. Green Bay crowd. They don't lose at home typically. They're a different team at home. They're healthy. Now everything has to go in that pot to come up with what you're going to finish with as the end product.
It's the 237th meeting.
There's a lot of things. So I'm on Love today. I think that's my zig. And when everybody's zagging or everybody's zagging, you're zigging, whatever you're doing. So I like that. So that's my interesting DFS play today.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. You love field goals, don't you?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Can I tell you something that when we get on the phone after and he sends me his Hard Rock stuff, and I always look and it's like over 1.5, over 1.5. Oh, and I'm 1.5. What's a 1.5 prop? It's kickers.
Oh!
Kickers. What are we doing with these kickers? I did some work for you. For you, I did some work. And I looked at the distance, the 50-yarders. And every week we're seeing guys. Last week Aubrey had 7 50-yarders, a 60-yarders. It's commonplace.
Thursday night he had 5 field goals.
It's insane. So
5. I
looked at the numbers going back 2 years. 2023, there were 162 made 50-yard plus field goals. It's a big number, right? Last year, that number jumped to 200 50-plus yard field goals.
Half of them were little.
This year, there are currently, it's about 140. So they are slightly on pace, if they continue that way, to go over the 200 mark again. So you see the progression, okay? I'm going to go the other way because I'm talking about zigging and zagging this week in week 14 of the NFL. And I'm going to say, again, we get into some weather this time of year and the wind starts to blow. You're still seeing guys hit 60-yard field goals and then donk a 30-yard extra point. So there's still some sort of kicking disconnect in the universe that's out there, trying to hang on for dear life to get in these guys' heads because they are all mental. So, and you're mental if you're betting them. So you're just as bad as they are. So my point back to this is I'm going to say this week that if the normal trend has been 8, 9 a week, that this week the number is 3. There's only going to be 3 50-yarders made this week.
And they're probably going to be dome games.
And they're probably going to be dome games. So what I would suggest is that if you're on your kicker props, under.
Play the weather.
Under. That's just 50. I don't know if there's a prop for 50-yarders. I don't know if Hard Rock gets
No, there's no, not yet. No, not that
So my luck is they'll break the kicking record this week and they'll all be from 49 yards, which is possible, which is what football is. But I can't control that.
Just to prove Matt wrong.
My narrative is that if you can find a prop that says there will be less than whatever the number is, and it's probably around 7 or 8, I'm saying there's only going to be 3. Count them. Three 50-plus yard field goals made today in the NFL. Take the unders.
It's hard for me to argue with that. It's hard against it. It really is.
I did a lot of work for that, by the way.
Especially in weather games.
I did a lot of work for that.
And I know because of your disdain for field goal kickers that it was an unpleasant chore.
Yes. It was very painful. I puked twice, swallowed it once, just to feel what it was like, and then got back into the kicking notation.
Well, there goes the other half of our audience.
All right, now let's make some money.
Now let's make some money.
Let's make some money.
Well, first of all, we want to start off with the entire slate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're just going to run through the slate.
Play some games.
Run you up to 12 o'clock. And then go watch the bracket, the CFB bracket choice. Get it wrong.
Yeah, so you can throw up in your mouth.
Steelers
Ravens. Boy.
Ooh.
Yeah. These games again.
Both teams 6-6.
Yeah, but they're not the same teams. 2 struggling offenses. One of the offenses that is struggling is a surprise. That's the Ravens. 0 touchdown passes last 3 weeks for Lamar. It never happened in his career. Blah, 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 blah. There's no other time to get right than against the Steelers' defense. So
true.
They are in a big spot today. Both teams are, but only one team will be victorious, and that will be Baltimore Ravens. I think they cover this -6 because, again, the Steelers' offense is just putrid, and the defense can't stop anything. And this is the beginning of the end for Tomlin. So there's just too much noise. It's everywhere. It's in the press now. It's every lead.
The fan base.
It's everybody.
The fan base has spoken up.
All right. Well, they should have listened to me 4 years ago when I started this, but they didn't. They waited, which is fine. So that's happening. So this is the beginning.
Angry, just angry.
So it's over. So give me the Ravens -6. I don't like anything in this game offensively, DFS, betting wise. To me, I think first team to 12 should just win, call it, go home.
Take the under is what you're saying?
No, well, maybe. I mean, it's 42.5. These games typically, see, here's the thing. Jackson's been struggling. We know that, right? He doesn't have a good career versus the Steelers outside of last year's playoff games.
Right.
But regular season games, terrible.
Because T.J. Watt can get to it.
Henry typically has poor games against the Steelers, too.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact that you would think in this situation, we can't stop the run. We're the worst in the league, second worst in the league. But that'll be a case today where the Steelers hold him to 60 yards, and that's just the way these two teams play. But the line, again, Vegas isn't seeing it that way. They're seeing a 6-point game where I think it should be a 3-point spread at 6. So I'm going with Vegas here. Baltimore, and I don't even care about the over-under.
Well, we're looking at, Baltimore started off the season giving up 32 points a game. Their defense did, okay? Absolutely atrocious. They had 3 starters out. They had even a couple of second stringers out. They were horrible.
Then they made a trade.
And, not only did they make a trade, but they got guys back. especially Kyle Van Noy.
To put guys in positions where they're supposed to play.
Exactly.
Put him back at safety and then be able to have corners play their positions.
Right. And the last 5 games, they've been giving up half that, 16.3 points or 16.5 points a game. Okay. They have been on fire.
Been a different team.
Yes.
Despite the offensive struggles.
Right.
Which usually doesn't parallel. Usually it's, one, hurts the other if they're not going in the same direction.
Right.
Bad offense usually puts a lot of pressure
Now,
on
me,
the defense.
I don't know. It's hard for me to give up 6.5 points. It really is.
It's 6 here.
It's 6 even?
6. It's 6 right now.
It's down to 6?
Yeah, 6.
See, the money's moving. The line's moving. Started off 6.5 this morning, I do believe. But it's hard. It's hard for me to give that up. That's a big number.
Yeah, it's
The under, I think, is doable. I think we're looking at a 19 to 14 or a 19 to 13 game.
This could be an under week.
Under week, exactly. Well, we haven't even gotten to Tennessee and Cleveland yet. Give it a minute.
Gosh.
But if you're playing, so I agree with you. Let me get you a little.
I'm taking the weather out.
But you want some player props?
Yeah, we go.
Zay Flowers touchdown.
Oh God, why?
Mark Andrews touchdown. Andrews is red hot.
Yeah, but if you're chasing points in that game, I'm not chasing touchdown props either. Let's look at some weather. I pulled it up here again. Orange bad.
Orange bad. That's a lot of orange.
In Jacksonville. It will rain in Jacksonville. Leading up to kickoff, it now looks like the heaviest of the rain should hold just north. Don't know what
It's a
that means.
Florida thing.
Yeah, it's rain. Rain doesn't scare me as much. Okay, this is an issue in a game that has the lowest total on the board. Tennessee Cleveland snow game. I expect snow falling in game, and at times we could even see a heavier burst. So basically, snow, gross, wind, gross, 2 teams, gross.
Gross.
A lot of unders. Next, yellow. And this is what I'm talking about. This
Cincinnati Buffalo
game. Yeah. We're chasing points in the game. Highest total on the board. Snow game, 2.
They're still going to score.
Okay, but again, we're looking for ceiling on all of the plays that we make. And if you look at the ceiling and you can't see the sun, good analogy, and it's snowing on you.
You have the sun on your ceiling?
Then it's not advantageous. It's not the best you could be. So that worries me slightly. So again, orange, a lot of snow, a lot of rain. The winds are light, which is okay. We don't mind that. We like that. But there's always a little bit of variable differences in these sorts of weather impact games. So it's Buffalo, Cleveland, Jacksonville. Those home games are considered orange at this point. In an hour or so, it's the weather. It could change. But make sure you monitor your weather games. I'm sticking with my anti-Buffalo Cincinnati. I think the game ends up 10-3.
Okay, well, let's go to that game. Let's go right to that game.
I don't think it's 10-3. That was a joke.
Well, let's go right to that game since you want to talk smack about the under.
Let's talk smack. All right, Buffalo is another 6-point spread. -6 at home against the Bungalows. And
The Bungalows.
It's a 53.5 point total, the highest on the board this week by far.
And wait, the spread's up to 6 now?
It's 6 right here.
Woo.
Buffalo's 6. I mean, again, we've been analyzing these teams in these games for a while. The stories are clear. Bengals defense is terrible. Buffalo's defense is slightly better. The story is going to be how much will the weather impact these two teams? Because we know they can score. We know Burrow is going to be throwing the ball all over the field. Chase Brown's been a bigger part of the offense. It just seems like a different team now that Joe's back. On the other side, it's Josh Allen, who's Superman, but still a team with clear deficiencies.
2-2 today.
Deficiencies.
2-2. I think he's got 2 rushing and 2 passing.
He's going to be the most popular DFS quarterback. And
Sure.
you're paying for it, okay?
With reason.
And what scares me is that he was the quarterback that I had chosen Sunday night.
Well,
but I changed him a few times.
That's because everybody and their mother is going to be on him. You don't like to go with the crowd. I understand that.
I can't do that. So anyway, based on this game, based on the spread, I'm going to say that Joe Burrow keeps him inside the number. I don't think they win. I think Buffalo wins the game. They're the better team. And the Bengals are not catching, even though the Steelers are terrible. The Ravens win this week. They win the division. So the Bengals, they're playoffs. They have no shot. Yeah, give me the Bengals, though, inside the number. Because it's a big number. It's 6 points. It's a big number. There's a scenario where even if they're down 2 scores, and Joe's throwing the ball with 2 minutes left to get a touchdown to Chiefs. So, yeah. Give me the
I think the number...
Give me the Bengals.
I think the number, Bengals +6. First of all,
I like it.
there's a very good chance that the Bengals win a shootout. I'm sorry, Joe Cool is the the new manifestation of Dan Marino. He is a quarterback that picks teams up on his back and wills them to win. So, yeah, he's the next Dan Marino. Hopefully he wins a Super Bowl.
You know how I feel about Joe. I like Joe.
I know. Joe is our guy. We're big Joe guys.
I like Joe.
So I like that 6 points. Give me the num. Give me a Higgins touchdown. Give me a Chase Brown rushing touchdown. Give me Chase Brown, I believe is, was he 66 and a half? Give me 66 and a half yards over. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can play in that game, even though the weather is going to be terrible. You know, gimme.
You ever hear of a scoregami?
You're gonna have to let me scoregami. Is that like origami?
Close.
Where you like fold up the scores.
It's basically the same.
I've heard of the octopus, which is you score the touchdown and then get the 2-point conversion as well.
Scoregami is a score in the NFL that has never happened before.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now you would think this is a rare occurrence. I would think it's a rare occurrence. I went back and did the research because I love research. And 2 weeks ago, we had another one. 44-32. I think it was Patriots and somebody, Raiders maybe. I forget what it was. But that score had never happened in the NFL. 44-32 ever. Now you see all these 2-point conversions now and missing extra points, so the scores are wonky. I get it, but I didn't know how many there actually were and how many there are still available of scores that are not.
Like 16-5.
It's crazy. Every year on average. So far this year, it's happened 4 times. I would have, if you had said how many times the score guy happened this year, I'd be like,
that's that 2-point conversion shit.
Last year 7, year before 9, year before that 3. So it's somewhat common. Like it happens every 3rd or 4th week in the NFL.
Oh, hey, by the way, we have a hello from Disney World, by the way. Yeah, Frank has joined us from Disney World.
Hey, Frank. How you doing, buddy? Enjoy Mickey's Palace.
Yeah, well, send these notes along to Donald. We all know Donald has got a little bit of a gambling problem.
Yeah, he does. So. Yeah, he likes kickers. So scoregami is a cool thing. There's been a lot more than I would have ever imagined, but I think we get one this week. Now, it could be the Cleveland-Tennessee game because I checked. There's never been a game 4-0.
4-0?
4-0. Never.
2 safeties.
Never been a game 4-0. It could be this week. It could be Cleveland-Tennessee.
You know what we saw last week that was very rare? That was Minka Fitzpatrick returning a 2-point conversion for a touchdown.
Crazy stuff happens.
That was the difference in the game.
So, on average, there's been about probably 6 to 7 per season from looking at the list. So far, there's been 4. We get one today. I don't know what game it's going to be. It would make sense it would be the Cleveland. Maybe like 11-5, something we've never seen. But again,
9-5.
There's a lot out there. I mean, there's a whole list of games and scores that have never happened. So, it's possible. Here it was right here. Scoregami. Oh, Buffalo Bills over Tampa in November 16th. That was 3 weeks ago. 44-32. That score had never happened in the NFL.
Hope you took the over.
So, yeah. So, scoregamis. That's a new NFL term. This week there will be a scoregami. I don't know if you can get odds on that, though. But if you can, take it.
Well, let's move on to the next game.
Yeah. So, we'll talk about scoregamis. Pick one. Oh, let's segue. Vikings and Commanders. This is a barn burner. And the reason
Jaden Daniels is back.
He is back. He's playing today.
I thought so.
Yeah, and the Vikings are really wishing they still had Sam Darnold, but they don't. Yeah, this is one of my props today. I looked at Justin Jefferson, who has been a disappointment this year. Fair to say? I think he's been a victim of circumstance.
Yeah, definitely a victim of circumstances.
Yes. Last 5 weeks, I went back. He only has 1 week where he has north of 10 targets. Now, I know the offense is struggling, and I mean, obviously the J.J. McCarthy experiment is still very undecided. But I think today, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and I think there's been some noise, and I think these are 2 bad teams going nowhere. If you're going to get your top guy right in a week, it's going to be against the Commanders this week. So I have Justin Jefferson going north of 10 targets this week, which means his production should increase, and I have him getting in the end zone. So my prediction this week for JJ, if you're a JJ owner, hang in there. This is your playoff week to get in there. You're going to get some production from.
And the spread is 2.5. Or is it
3? It's 1.5. Washington's actually favored.
Down to 1.5. Excuse me. I have a notation. I have to.
I don't even care who wins the game. But despite that, I think even though Jaden's coming back, I think that's why that line is such. I think the defense of Minnesota is still playing well, and I think they're going to create problems for Washington on offense.
100%.
Because they don't have a consistent running game, and it's going to force Jaden into some uncomfortable spots. And
But I believe in the magic of Jaden Daniels.
all right. Well, you take Washington, then I'm taking the Vikings in that game.
Okay.
Let's do yours. Jets and Dolphins. 2.5, Miami.
And Miami has yet to win with the temperature under, 30 degrees?
74 degrees.
Under 74 degrees.
I am on a Jets receiver today for DFS.
Oh, no.
Because who is covering anybody in the Dolphins secondary this week? Is there anybody playing back there that's any good?
All right, first of all, let's get one thing completely correct here. Rasul Douglas and Jack Jones have been playing lights-out football. Okay, especially when they're in together. Okay, lights-out football. Miami's deficiency is not their defense. Right now, their defense is on a 3 or a 4 week tear. Okay, that which has coincided with their winning streak. Okay, they saved the game last week because all the Dolphin offense was one-dimensional last week.
Tyrod Taylor's a good play today, by the way.
Yeah, you'd think, huh?
I am on, not Tyrod Taylor, but he is dirt cheap. He's like 49.
I'm on Darren Waller this week.
I am
Waller
on
touchdown. Book it.
Adonai Mitchell against that vaunted Dolphins secondary.
University of Texas wide receiver.
This kid had a week, had a coming out party last week. 25 fantasy points. Had a touchdown. Now the Jets offensively don't scare anybody, but you're higher on your Dolphins defense than I am this week. I just think it's just, I mean, what's left? The Dolphins, that little fake playoff push, that's going to end. It has already ended.
And the spread is 2.5?
2.5. Miami's a favorite of 2.5.
Right.
So I'm going to take the Jets just because I
Lay
got
the
pieces.
2.5.
You got Miami.
Even if it's the Dolphins by a field goal.
Oh, gross. All right, super big game this week. Colts Jaguars. Is this, or is last week I should say, the beginning of where we're like, oh, it's Daniel Jones, and oh, this is what we thought, and
it's the end of Indiana Jones,
and maybe the Colts aren't that good, and you expose them. I'm not on that train because I think the Colts are good, and I think their roster is a top 5 roster in the league, and I think they don't still need Danny Dimes to be a top 10 guy. They just need him to be able to run the offense. And he's been doing a fantastic job until he broke a leg. Okay? And then he broke a leg and he sucked cheese last week really bad.
He sucked cheese
and
last week?
They struggled.
Sucked cheese.
Yeah, I was
last
ball
week.
cheese, but I just said cheese.
Ugh, it's so nasty.
Yeah, so but
why do you gotta be gross?
But I don't know who are the Jaguars? I mean, if you look at their record,
the best rushing defense in the league. They will stuff Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Look for Indiana Jones. But that's Dr. Jones to you, lady.
Temple of Doom.
Look for a 300-yard game. Look for. Listen, Jacksonville can't stop the pass. Anybody who can pass does pass. Okay, if you have a decent passing game, you will eat them up.
I got Tyler Warren today.
Me too.
Love him.
He's been quiet the last couple of weeks.
Love him.
So him,
Tyler.
sure. And give me
I'll think. Is you Jaguars too or Colts?
no Colts.
Oh.
I'm on the Colts.
Oh, that's ugly.
I'm on the Colts.
Pretty big spread too, 46. They said this was one of the orange games, remember, because of rain. So there's a lot of rain in this game. That could affect the running game, I think, more than the passing game. You know, again, I said this for forever. That's how my approach is with weather. Rain, to me, I think helps the offense.
Right. I'm not scared of rain.
Because the offense knows where they're going. It's
Right.
The defense is the one that has to adjust to that. And again, with a footing issue, if you're taking the first step and know where you're going, and the reaction step doesn't quite know where he's going, I don't know.
Well, and let's remember that,
Advantage first step.
winter weather in Florida is different than summer weather in Florida. Summer weather in Florida, hide. Go in your house, stay there, stay away from the windows, hide. Winter weather, there's no thunder even. There's no lightning. I mean, we had storms pass through here. Last week there was a nasty storm. I heard one thunder boom, boom, and that was it. That was it. I mean, and what were we getting every day in the summertime? Boom, pow, boom, severe thunderstorm and tornado watch. No, totally different animal in the wintertime. It's nice. It's a little breezy. It's a little rainy, a little drizzly. They're cold fronts. But, no, I don't see that being a factor in Jacksonville. What?
No, I'm just easy on
What do you want, blockhead?
Hey, be He's on camera.
You have less hair than me.
And me.
And that's weird for a 10-year-old.
Yeah. It's true. They should have given that more thought.
He's got alopecia.
Could have been a lightning strike. They're outside a lot.
That's true.
Yeah, they're always outside. Yeah, so it's to me, you're taking the Colts. I'm taking the Jaguars to win this game. And next, I like it. Raiders, Broncos, the Pootinky Raiders.
Oh.
Who?
Here.
Okay, Broncos. Next.
Yeah, just smash, destroy.
7.5.
Cover it.
By the way, that's like one of the most expensive tickets this week to
Cover
get
it. Give me R.J. Harvey anytime touchdown.
You can listen. If you want to go watch the Raiders Broncos game today, it's going to cost you $138. If you want to go watch the Cleveland game instead, you can bring your entire block for that amount of money at $8 a ticket.
And get 2 tickets for free.
Yeah, and probably get a hot chocolate because you're going to need it because it's cold up there. So this is my game. This is the game. Another good Packers-Bears. I already gave you my Jordan Love
The Bears.
speech. We're very different this week. You're on the Bears.
Bear
I'm on the
down,
Packers.
Chicago Bears.
Another Vegas line where it should be 3 and it's not. It's 6.5. 6.5. Packers. I like the Packers today.
I like those
Jordan Love
points.
today. I like Donovan Wicks. 17 degrees, and that's
Give me Swifty and Mongo, man.
$143 to go freeze your ass off up there at 17 degrees. Godly. Years ago, we went to the championship game in Pittsburgh, 2005.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh, New England.
Yeah, I remember this story.
Yeah, 5th coldest or 4th coldest playoff game
Oh.
ever. I still have not recovered my pinky toe. It's still there in the
No.
stadium. It just fell off. It was so cold. Yeah.
I'll go you one. I'll go you one better, or at least my coldest sporting event that I've ever been to. I traveled with my girlfriend to Connecticut to meet her family.
What was his name?
Girlfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that part. Sorry. Go ahead.
Girlfriend.
Okay, I miss girlfriend.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. But we went in early November, and it was Connecticut, and there happened to be a little clipper storm that blew through, and the temperature dipped to 22 degrees. My Florida ass was asked to go to a girls' high school soccer game.
They play soccer in that weather?
Oh my God.
I hate that sport even
Well, first of all, Connecticut is soccer happy. There's a ton of soccer players,
We call
and my
Connecticut.
girlfriend's sister actually ended up becoming a professional in Europe, playing for Belgium.
where it's a little warmer.
Oh yeah, I would guess, right?
Belgium.
But yeah, 22 degrees with a breeze, unpleasant. And God bless her mom and her family. They brought blankets. I looked like the most bundled up idiot in the stands. I had the blanket here. I had the jacket going. I had the muffler. I had sunglasses on because I didn't want the wind in my eyes. So you can have all of that cold crap all you want. So what?
Why is there a C in Connecticut? It should be spelled Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. It's like the S at the end of Illinois.
It's the name of an Indian tribe.
Like Illinois. I pronounce it Illinois. Just because if there's an S there, you got to use it. I mean, it's like Boise State and Des Moines, Iowa.
Well, and that's what a lot of them, they say it's to Chicago, Illinois.
Illinois. There's an S. Use the S. And why is it there?
So go Bears.
Like the C in Connecticut. That's
Don't you know?
Do you know anybody who lives in Connecticut anymore? You still have friends up there?
Not anymore.
Okay, that's far. Here's another one of my predictions for today, since we were kind of talking about this game already. Cleveland and Tennessee.
Oh, we have to go here.
Well, only because I have some DFS pieces. One piece in particular. I have Quinshon Judkins today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm on him. I'm on him like crazy.
His last 100-yard game was in week 5. Guess what? It's week 14. He's due for one. I got him going over.
Well, he was
100
hurt
yards.
for like a month.
Oh, he's played those games. He's missed one game. I got him going over 100 yards, and I got him going in the end zone because I'm hoping somebody.
So
scores a
anytime touchdown.
Yeah, and he's over 100 yards and a touchdown.
Sure.
So that's my prediction for question, and I have him in DFS.
Sure.
He's moderately priced. He's a mid-range guy, and so I think he's a good piece. For
And
the
a player prop gem, sure.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. I don't know what his yardage prop is, but if you looked at his yardage total, if I'm saying he's going over 100 yards, bet the over, because he's probably somewhere in the low 60s. I'm guessing that's about where he's fit in over the last few weeks. I did not look, but it doesn't matter. So punch the over in that one, and an anytime touchdown. I like that too. So
Well, and take the under because the line is what, 33.5.
yeah, the total is very, very low.
And Myles Garrett on a quest for the NFL sack record. Now, that sack record was established in 16 games. Okay, first of all.
Yeah, but he's got 3 more to go after today.
Yeah.
He's going to definitely shine.
He might get it this game.
Yeah, 19 sacks.
He might get – listen, Ward is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, needless to say, Tennessee is going to be drafting the shit out of some offensive linemen next year. Offensive line. Okay, because they got everybody else. They got a good young tight end. They got a good young wide receiver. But they really don't need much else in the way of talent, skill talent. But they need O-linemen. Oh my goodness, they need O-linemen. So look for Garrett. Check your props. I believe he might be at 1.5 sacks. Take the over.
Oh yeah, well he's beast.
Take the over, and he's said so. He wants to get the sack record in 16 games, not 17.
I held back some information from you that I researched.
Oh no, you bastard!
And I'm going to give you a chance to relook at the game you
You bastard.
between Indy and Jacksonville.
Oh, we're going back to this.
Yeah,
Why are we backtracking?
Well, because I found information that I wanted to share with you. I'm giving you a chance to get right. Now,
Why did you lie?
you picked Indy?
Yes.
So let me tell you what their history has been over the last 20 games. Jacksonville has been 16-3-1 versus Indy over the last 20 games versus spread.
I understand.
That's a lot.
I understand.
It's like 90%. Okay, it's a big number.
But this is a different quarterback.
And the last time that the Indianapolis Colts won in Jacksonville, you may have had hair because it was 10 years ago.
Peyton Manning.
10 years ago, yeah.
I thought it was 06, 07.
Oh, they've got 10 years.
Long time ago.
Yeah, so the odds are stacked up against them. Again, not to go back into that game, but are you still staying with?
Yes.
Okay, good. So,
I
next
am
game.
staying with Dr. Jones, doll.
2 more games that we can highlight, and then we can get into some DFS stuff. Texans and Chiefs.
Woo!
Here we are again with the Chiefs.
Are we seeing the sun set on the kingdom?
Are you ready to call it that? If it were any other team coming in there, if it was a really good offensive team, then I would be like, for instance, if Dallas even was going in there, I think they'd have a shot to win today. The Rams, I mean, good offensive teams. I don't look at the Texans as being a good offensive team. I look at them as being as a good football team with a tremendous defense and a team that is definitely getting right at the right time. That being said, it's still in Kansas City. There's always variables that go in Kansas City's favor, like referees and weather and all kinds of stuff. They're used to playing in that environment. And they're desperate because, again, what you're saying, they know that if they lose today, I think their chances to make the playoff as of right now are like less than 20%. And that's without playing today's game. So they know that if they lose today's game, it's official. I mean, it's official. There's no, well, maybe. No, it's official. Goodbye. Stick a fork in them. I don't think they're at that point yet. And Vegas is telling you 3.5 points favored. Kansas City. God, it's hard to pick against them, but I don't care. I'm picking them anyway. I like the Texans because I want that hook.
Oh,
So,
hey,
3.5.
let's go with the hook.
I love hooks. 3.5 Texans.
Yay, we
Nico
agree
Collins.
on something today.
Nico Collins. Finally, you're going to get one right. Last game we'll talk about, and then we'll throw some
By the
nuggets
way,
in.
I like Dalton Schultz in that. C.J. Stroud has found his tight end. C.J. Stroud, the time off has done him good.
Okay.
Okay. With Davis Mills, they learned that they need to dial it back a little, try not to be so aggressive, and pick their spots. C.J. Stroud, of course, infinitely better arm talent, definitely better mobility. I think that Houston gets better as the season goes along. I think Houston goes in and maybe blows Kansas City out at home.
Ooh, it's a lot.
Kicks their ass at home.
Houston's defense has been good all year. They don't have to worry about that side of the ball. If they get the offense right and the offensive line gets a little bit better at protection and they get some weapons back, they're still a flawed team, Houston, but Kansas City is not much better.
I'm hearing Elton John in the background going, "Don't let the sun go down on me."
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
the sun is setting on the kingdom. They are going to have to reset. I have never seen so many blue chip wide receivers with arguably the most talented quarterback in the NFL fail. Drops, bad routes. Okay, I mean, before this year, how many times did we see Patrick Mahomes throw the ball to a spot on the field and nobody was there? Nobody was there. And I'm not going to blame Mahomes. He's got a proven track record. I'm not going to blame Mahomes. Okay? Their best wide receiver is Juju Smith-Schuster. Why? Because he knows how to run a friggin' route.
They've got weapons on offense. Their problems is you can't have Patrick Mahomes be your leading rusher.
No.
And that right
Which
there,
is bizarre.
And that's enough. Said again, same issues. These coaches that have these deficiencies, and you would think Andy Reid would have addressed this, is that they have not been able to run the ball consistently now for several years. They've chased that position going back to when they first drafted Kareem Hunt. And guess who's still in the building? Kareem Hunt. Yes. Back in the building. Kareem Hunt.
After kicking some sort of hood rat in the back of the head for stealing from him.
Yeah, they've gone through so many.
Don't let it get caught on camera, dummy.
And they can't get it right. So yeah, you're right. I think the sun does go down. But I think again, it's 3.5 points. We're both on Texans. All right, last game.
This
is
the end.
This is a game where I can tell you that the team on the road is glad to be on the road. Because it's a bad. Because the 10,000 fans that are going to go pay a lot of money today to go see this game in LA are probably not going to boo them because they paid a lot of money to get there.
Okay.
And they're probably going to just be happy that they're in the stadium. I'm hoping. They're hoping. Yeah, the Eagles, again, best roster in the league up until a couple of weeks ago. I don't think that's changed. I mean, that was the consensus. Top
I don't
three.
think the wheels have come off the wagon.
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying, and again, according to Vegas, they're favored in LA. It's just, when your best player and your quarterback are just consistently talked about week after week after week after week. Now, I know AJ Brown has
Saquon Barkley.
Well, that, and also, too, I mean,
AJ Brown.
They're balanced. I mean,
Yes.
Barkley, that's a different issue. The fact that they can't run it as well as they did last year, that's a combination of offensive line and Barkley, but also maybe some game calling. They're questioning the OC.
Yep. Questioning it. They egged his house.
Okay, well, I mean, questioning. That's what, in most
You
places,
Eagle fans are savage. They found this dude's house and egged
that's
it.
what I mean by questioning him. That's a light punishment from the Eagle fans. But they're glad to be on the road this week against the very banged up Chargers, which is a shame because I want to see them at full strength for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Mario Hampton's
He's coming back. That could be the difference. I'm going to take the Chargers here, despite what I said.
What's the spread?
2.5 to getting 2.5 points at home. The smart thing to do here would be to alternate this bet and get it up to 3 or 3.5, and still take the Chargers. If I
don't like that hook either.
If I was betting that game, I would do that. I would get it to 3 or 3.5 to definitely
to
protect
win by a
yourself.
field goal?
Well, to protect yourself in case the Eagles do line up and win with a field goal. But I think the Chargers are a live dog in this game for 100% because the Chargers can throw the football. And now getting Hampton back, again, they were throwing the ball the most in the league. So you know they can do it. And now they can hopefully get a little more balance because they've got some stability back in that running back room. So Hampton comes back there. If he's on a snap count, he may be some limited fashion. But again, just having
Vidal has done fantastic in his absence,
and they may roll 1-2 with those guys.
Exactly,
and be in a pretty good spot. So overall, I'm going to take the Chargers here in a big game on a Monday night at home, and I'm going to get a couple of points. So I'll take it.
Last year, around the beginning of the season, the Eagles started 1-4. Okay, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's over. It's the Super Bowl loser curse. The team that loses the Super Bowl doesn't even get a sniff the following year. They don't even make the playoffs." Well, that got busted. So me, I'm on the Eagles making the necessary adjustments, even though I do believe Carter is out this week. with both shoulders, he had to have some sort of procedure. It always gives me the creeps when they say that he had a procedure. Well, what kind of procedure? Did it involve, leeches or voodoo curses, or what's the procedure? But I see the Eagles, if there is a team that can right the ship, then that's it. This is going to be the game where they right the ship.
Yeah.
So give me those Eagles. Give me those points.
Now, you say right. I mean, again, these are two very good teams, and
I understand that they're both 8-4.
I'm not sure about the ship being righted because the ship is solid. It's just that their key pieces, which is like the rudder and maybe the engine room, are not running at full speed right now. They're just not running as efficiently as they've been, as what we're used to seeing. And there's question marks. And when you have question marks like that, again, they're not blowing doors off of any teams offensively, and they should be because they've got a ton of weapons on that side. They're just not. So there's questions, and you have questions. And this is a big game today. I just wish the Chargers were at full strength, and they just haven't been all year. So, did you see what Jamar Gibbs did over the last 7 weeks?
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Yeah, of course. After 3 weeks after I traded him away.
What he's done over the last...
You're welcome, Robbie. That's my brother, by the way.
It's collusion. Last 7 weeks...
I had Rico Dowdle for him.
Robbie,
right out loud.
paper champion. It's... What he's done over the last 7 weeks...
Salty.
There hasn't been a running back that has done those things in their entire career. Like what he's done. All of those things. He has... set the record for touchdowns in a game. He had the most catches in a game. He had 250 yards from scrimmage. The point is the 7 crazy accomplishments he's done in 7 weeks. There's not a running back on the planet that did all of those things.
And it did nothing for my 0-8, 9, 10, and 11 team.
Unanimous number 1 overall next year, Jamar Gibbs.
Sure, why not? I don't doubt that one little bit.
Yeah, the top 3 next year. Let's go top 5 right now.
Oh, fantasy draft wise?
Not in any order.
Are we done with all the games? Yeah. We are.
Top 5 next year players.
Okay.
Not even one in any order, but just the 5 guys. It's easily Jamar Chase. This is the receiver side. It's easily Jamar Chase. It's easily Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's going to be Jamar Gibbs. It's going to be probably Bijan Robinson.
It's not going to be Justin Jefferson.
He'll slide out, which would be a mistake.
6th, 7th,
whatever. He'll be in a late first round, maybe the turn.
Is McCaffrey going to survive this year with his 412 touches?
There's no way he gets taken inside the top 5 next year. Although again, we said that this year, and he is a top guy. So I'm not taking him, but somebody else will hopefully benefit. So it's those guys that are just going to lead the charge. And Gibbs, to me, is just the best player in the league right now. It's just
he's crushing it.
And we're looking at the things he's doing.
Oh, Amon-Ra St. Brown, don't forget him.
Yeah, again,
that's a solid 5.
Well, he's back end first round still, just because. And this is my argument. I'm just going to say it now. What somewhat limits Gibbs' ceiling is not his potential. It's not his ability to break every play. It's the fact of how they run the offense. Montgomery gets goal line touches. They have weapons on offense. Jameson's running go routes. They got Amon St. Brown who gets 100 catches every year. The tight end position is always strong. So
not this year. They're all hurt.
Well, I know they're hurt, but I'm saying so there is, I feel like a 10 to 15% cap on Gibbs still, which is a shame because we're pegging him as the number 1 pick and his ceiling is capped because of his environment.
Listen, the Lions' offense lives and dies on balance. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of mouths to feed.
I know.
Okay,
and they don't care about fantasy.
Excels in his situations where they don't put him in a situation where he's not going to excel. Okay, so it's all part of the plan.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, Gibbs is going to be the overwhelming number 1. I mean,
and he should be. And he should be. And you know what? Most of it again is based upon the fact that anytime he touches the ball, he's got a chance to score.
But I'll tell you what, for those of you out there that are right now currently holding on to Christian McCaffrey on his way to his 437 touches for the year if he makes it that far.
Oh my gosh, they've got to pull back on him. If
they have to.
If they're going to make a playoff.
They have to. They've got to give Brian Robinson some of those touches. That dude cannot have 400 touches. Why? Because next year, the wheels will come off the wagon. Yeah. That cumulative damage, that wear and tear, it doesn't go away. There's a reason why these guys retire before the age of 30. That wear and tear does not go away. Not everybody is a freak, like a Derrick Henry. They're just not. Okay, so that wear and tear doesn't go away. Look at Saquon Barkley this year. He had how many touches last year? 350?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And they won a Super Bowl, and it all worked out. But this year,
same thing in Green Bay.
He's going down with arm tackles.
And I mentioned it. Usually year after year, when a guy's getting 300-plus touches, you see a decline in their performance. And why is his name eluding me, the running back in Green Bay right now? The starter's been hurt for weeks. No, he's back. He was with
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, yeah. Again, I mentioned it.
Don't test me.
I came in mentioning it into the season. The guys that typically get those workloads, it's tough to sustain that. It's the NFL. These guys are getting beat up every week. It's tough. It's really tough.
So for those of you out there holding on to McCaffrey and thinking, oh, I'm going to go grab him next year. If he's going to slide to 7, I'll take him. You go ahead. Go ahead. And then come back and see me in October when he's on the IR for a month.
It's just going to be harder for a guy like McCaffrey with that usage to return value based upon where he'll probably be taken next year. It's going to be really
brutal.
Hard. So this year I passed, and it was a miss, 100% miss to this point. Next year, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pass. Eventually, I'm going to be right.
And it's the same way with me and Devon Achane.
I mean, every squirrel finds a nut once in a while, I guess.
Okay, it's the same way with me and Devon Achane. Achane is having a career year. And that's fine. And I hope that they don't give him over 300
but he's
touches.
also 24.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's not.
No.
McCaffrey's
29.
Tires are worn. He's been
There's belts showing.
He's got thousands of touches.
There's a bubble on the outside of one of them.
Has got a few hundred under his belt. So
he's shiny.
He's fine. Anyway, yeah. So that's the league. That's the week 14 in a nutshell. I am going to win $1 million today on DK. So I will not be back next week.
So we're going to Sizzler.
We're going to Red Lobster.
Red Lobster. The Cheddar Bay biscuits. Oh.
Do you know they're closing Denny's? Right? They closed like half the Denny's restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, I love Lenny's. I mean, Denny's.
God, Wayne, that's painful.
It
Do
happens.
you know how many times that got me through? Like from the years 19 when I was still drinking or starting to drink until about like early 20s. Because we used to party in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And I lived in Boca.
Okay.
So once we got to 95 in Palmetto,
I need some pancakes.
Denny's is what got me to the rest of the way. Because you just were
soak up the alcohol. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like Roxy's and all those places.
Oh yeah.
That's like a 40-minute ride.
Oh yeah.
And if you're drunk, that sucks. Yeah. So if you can break it in half, get me to Denny's.
Get me to Denny's.
And then get
or
me home.
IHOP.
Yeah. Well, it was Denny's. So that was my little.
Well, let me tell you what the Denny's in Margate on 441 by Atlantic. Mm-hmm. I'm still not allowed in there. Because we used to go there with the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I'll have to say this, that with at 3 o'clock in the morning, a bunch of weirdos show up with traces of makeup all over their face and grown men wearing fishnet stockings and weird stuff, and they all show up and and hot young girls, and they're all bouncing around and everything. Sure, it's a little annoying, and there's many a time I've had to shell out an extra $20 tip just to have them tolerate us the next week.
Just to get your moons over Miami?
But but the shenanigans there at 4 o'clock in the morning, in the parking lot, in the restaurant, and I don't think I'm allowed back in there, and we're talking about 35, 40 years ago.
I thought it was going to be bacon related, but anyway.
Bacon.
So, all right, where are we at right now? We got football to watch today, and you got 10 minutes before your heart.
We got people coming.
5 minutes.
Yes, I got to go make some
popcorn.
Some researched wagers, informed wagers. So
Rayshon Jenkins over 100 yards, get it.
Huge
touchdown.
Huge.
Justin Jefferson touchdown.
Oh really?
There's your parlay.
Really, because JJ's back?
Anytime touchdown Jefferson, anytime touchdown Jenkins. I'm going to guess you're going to get plus 140 combined.
Not a fan of JJ McCarthy.
In the bank. I'm not either. I'm not either. Squeaky wheel. Jefferson squeaky wheel.
Okay, well,
Grease
then
the
your wheel will
wheel.
squeak. All right, well, that's going to wrap things up for us then. Are we going to be here next week? I think we are.
I don't know.
We're going to have to.
I'm in St. Augustine, but I'm coming back Saturday, so I'll be here Sunday.
See, you can't avoid it. So there. Well, on behalf of myself and that guy over there,
That's me.
we hope you guys make all kinds of money. You win all your playoff games going into next week, or the last week, and you qualify for the playoffs.
This is the last week. If you're on the bubble, good luck.
Yep, and of course we wish nothing but the worst of luck to the Holy
Everybody in our
Rollers
league.
and the underdogs
SF
and a little more
Illini.
beach. Yeah. Well, he's got the bye though. I'm talking about the guys I have to beat to get into the playoffs.
I have to jump.
My woeful, pitiful start off the season 1-6 team.
Oof.
Here I am.
That would be a miracle if you made the playoffs, by the way.
It would. Minor miracle at least.
From 1-6.
Nobody wants none of this.
All right, bye.
All right, we'll see you guys next week here on the Gonzo Radio Network. Once again, for those of you watching on Twitch and watching on YouTube, like and subscribe early and often, and we'll see you guys next week on the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Bye.